I want to thank everyone for joining us here today, including the cast of Empire, which is being filmed right now in the state of Illinois at this excellent studio that we built. In the last few years, we came together as a state. We decided to pass a bill in Springfield that I signed into law that creates jobs all across our state. And part of our investment was to take a steel factory that used to be a very mighty one indeed, but as time went on, this building became more or less vacant. It was sold to an entrepreneur, a great man indeed, who has now passed from us. Nick came to me and to our state and said that he could build a studio, CineSpace, in this former steel factory if we would join him on that mission. He invested millions of dollars. Our state invested $5 million to take what used to be an empty building that did steel and now is the biggest soundstage outside of Hollywood. And it's created hundreds and hundreds of jobs, indeed thousands of jobs, since we engaged in this mission. $1.2 billion has been realized in economic activity in Illinois in the past few years since the studio began, CineSpace, and it has brought many different productions to our state, both movies, Divergent, Transformers, but also many TV shows. And we're particularly interested in TV shows because they employ so many people and they come back, hopefully year after year. Chicago Fire, Chicago PD, and now, right now, is Empire, a new series that's going to be on Fox beginning in January. I want to personally thank Terrence Howard for joining us here today for his great career. And I met Terrence a few years ago at the Urban League Convention right here in Chicago. He has a commitment to helping those, particularly in urban America, go forward, and to be filming this excellent TV show that I just saw a little bit of one of the scenes, and you guys did very, very well indeed. It's a powerful drama about Lucius Lyon and his family, and I think it's important that we understand that we have great acting talent right here in Illinois. Many of our programs, our theater programs, produce excellent actors who can serve and get jobs in this endeavor here. But also we have great talent behind the scenes, great craftsmen, men and women who know how to get jobs done. And I think it's very, very important that we celebrate this success. It's created many jobs, much economic activity. Last year, $353 million was generated by the film and TV industry right here in Illinois, and especially right here at CineSpace. And I do want to thank in particular Alex Pizios, who is a nephew of Nick. I want Alex to come forward and say a few words about CineSpace and about our mission. We want to keep creating economic activity and jobs for hardworking people. Alex, why don't you take it from there?
Thank you, Governor.
Okay.
Thank you, Governor Quinn. Thanks for everyone coming here today. I'd like to first thank Craig Hill from Fox, who's here today. Fox Studios and Craig Hill were one of the first shows to come support CineSpace, and they have come to Chicago every year since we've opened up 4 years ago and have supported CineSpace, and I thank them very much. I thank Alderman Irvin, who's also here, for supporting CineSpace and helping us, and more importantly, I'd like to thank Governor Quinn. Without Governor Quinn's help and my Uncle Nick's vision, this project would have started and never would have gotten to where it is today. So I wanted to thank Governor Quinn for having the vision and believing in my Uncle Nick, for letting this project go to where it has gone as one of the most profitable, successful projects the state of Illinois has ever had. And I wanted Governor Quinn to know it's because of him that it's gotten to where it's been. So thank you, Governor.
Thank you, Alex.
Thank you.
Thanks for kind words. All right. And I do want to thank also Alderman Jason Irvin. We're in his ward on the west side of Chicago. That's where I live, on the west side. And we want to make sure every side of Illinois has economic activity and creates jobs. And I think it's so important that so many people from the neighborhood have gotten a job right here at CineSpace. And I think it is important that when we went out to California a couple years ago, I went with Jeff Crabtree of the Illinois Production Alliance and Teamsters Local 727 with Mark Hogan, who is with IATSE, Local 4 476, and Brad Mathis, who is with IATSE Local 476. We went to California. We had a chance to sit down with many of the executives of the various studios to tell them about Illinois, to tell them about CineSpace and the opportunity to do TV and movies right here in the Midwest, where it all began. Charlie Chaplin, Terrence, he started right here about 100 years ago.
I started right
well, you were there with him. Yeah, you got it right
He's
here.
much older than you.
All right, but we want to bring forward an executive of Fox, the executive director, who's really made this series possible here, who's a great, great supporter of our movie and TV production right here in Illinois, and that's Craig Hill. Why don't you come forward, Craig? All right.
Thank you, Governor. I'm happy to be here today on behalf of Fox to personally thank the governor for all his help for Fox and for the industry itself. Empire, we're on a great stage here with a tremendous cast. We look forward to the premiere on January 7th, and it's our 8th production here locally in Illinois. I'd also like to say that our presence here in the state is a tribute to the governor and the hard work of him and his staff and all the local crew members. Thank you very much.
Well said. Thank you, Craig. Thank you. And this generates jobs, particularly for folks who know how to get important jobs done behind the scenes. And there are many, many workers as you go through this great studio, and you see those people firsthand. I want to bring forward Betsy Steinberg, who's the head of our film unit in the Department of Commerce and Economic Opportunity, to talk about that. Take it from there, if you would, Betsy.
What I'd really like to do is echo what the governor said about jobs. It can't be overstated. And the fact that we have the most talented and hardest working men and women working behind our scenes on the technical crew, working in our production offices, working for all the vendors that serve this film industry, as well as wonderful actors in front of the camera, cannot be overstated how important this industry is to Illinois jobs. And I'd like to thank Fox for recognizing that. I'd like to really thank the workers of Illinois for making my job easy when I go to Los Angeles, because everybody loves to come here and work with our locals so much. And more than anything, I'd like to thank Governor Quinn. Without Governor Quinn's foresight and understanding of the difference this industry could make for everyday Illinoisans, we wouldn't all be standing here today. So, Governor, I know I speak on behalf of our entire industry when I say thank you so much for your support.
All right, well, thank you, Betsy. Thank you for your hard work. Thank you very much. I just want to read a couple of statistics. The film industry, since I began as governor, has generated over $1.2 billion in economic growth. Empire alone is spending $25 million this year to shoot 12 different episodes. That uses 75 different vendors from our state of Illinois, hundreds of workers. And I think it's so important that we understand that we all believe in entertainment and making sure that we have an opportunity for great men and women to perform for all of us. And we have a great entertainer, a number of them here today. But when I got a chance to visit and meet Terrence Howard some years ago, he's committed to the Urban League and to urban affairs in Illinois and across America. And I think it's important at this time in our country's history that we have a commitment to helping people who live in the inner city. And Terrence, would you say a few words just about your commitment and what you're doing here today?
Thank you.
Okay.
I mean, in this world today, we're living in a place where there's so much economic unbalance, and the disenfranchised, the people that's been here, I mean, from the beginning that's built this city, half the times they can't participate because they choose to stay in the smaller communities, and we're so encouraged to expand out, but it's the communities that need to maintain their family and the familial relationships. So we need the jobs here, so we're enjoying being here. We wish that our show was actually the real show looked like it was shot in Chicago and not shot in New York. But one day we might get there. But we are committed to everyone being able to take part in the American dream. And thank you, Governor Quinn.
Thank you, Terrence. Thank you very much.